Yeah, before I take a swim today, I did a live earlier where I talked about Biden versus Trump. So I'm gonna, I have some more thoughts on that. Before I want to get to that, I also want to get into Bronny James and LeBron James. So first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to Bronny James for getting drafted into the NBA. That's every kid's dream that plays basketball, and even for you, that's even bigger, since his father is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. We all know who the greatest is, so let's get that straight. It's MJ, and then followed by Kobe, and then followed by a couple others before we get to LeBron. But that's a great achievement. There's a lot of disagreements over whether or not this is something that should be celebrated or something that should be shamed. The fact that, does Bronny James actually deserve to have been drafted to the NBA, or was it only done because of his father, LeBron James? And then you have those that say, does it matter? There has been nepotism in business since the beginning of time. You know, a father or mother always wants to set up good things for their children. Does he deserve it? In my opinion, absolutely not. He wasn't even a starter on his college basketball team as a freshman. So has he deserved to put in the work to get to the drafted by the NBA? In my opinion, no. As a father, could he develop to become a good NBA player? Yes. Does he have the skill set or the raw talent to be able to? Possibly, maybe so. But I think the real issue is the fact that LeBron James was able to use his influence to make sure that his son is playing. Now, we've had Ken Griffey Jr., we've had Ken Griffey Sr. You know, we've seen these in the past, but in that type of comparison that I've seen people make, Ken Griffey Jr. is a Hall of Famer. You know, he deserved to be there regardless of his father. He just happened to be able to play at the same time as his dad. So that's, I think, the issue I have. It's not that I am against trying to build legacy for your family and you know, your sons being able to benefit from your father's name. I applaud that as a father myself. If I was in the position to put my son up there, absolutely I would. No question about it. I don't care what any haters want to say about it. As a fan of basketball, it might be fun to watch. It's cool to see a father and son on the court at the same time. But if you're trying to compete, you know, I don't like how all this looks. You know, I grew up in the '80s, Little League baseball, and just because your daddy is the coach doesn't mean you get to be the starting pitcher. You've got to be able to perform. So there's going to be a lot on Bronny to see if he's going to be able to step up and to perform with what has been given to him, the opportunity that most other people would never have because their father isn't LeBron James. So as a fan of basketball, I don't like this move. As a father, I applaud the move. You know, this has been happening since the beginning. You know, even Jerry Buss, the owner of the Lakers, passed down the Laker organization to his kids. Did they have the talent necessary to run the Lakers organization? His son certainly didn't. But Jeannie, I don't know, you know. But that's just how it goes. But we're talking about passing down ownership of something to, what about your ability to perform on the court? You know, that's something different. Bronny James was going to be taken care of regardless. His daddy's a billionaire. So he's going to take over all of his daddy's companies. That's no problem at all. But his ability to play on the court, you know, you can't pass down your talent. Sometimes it's what you do with it after that. Now, again, I got to get this last message when it comes to Joe Biden and Donald Trump's debate last night. I already made a video on this earlier, but still, I mean, I'm thinking more and more about this, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. You can't have a better scenario of a setup where the debate was going to be on CNN. So you got home court advantage. You got moderators that's going to be friendly towards you. You've been hyping this up for the last 2 months. You called out Donald Trump. Donald Trump's team was nervous. They were putting up every single excuse in the book for Donald Trump to fail, including, Joe's going to be jacked up on something like he was during the State of the Union address. Joe Biden was going up against a man who is not self-made, a man who was given an inheritance and conned his way to billionaire status. Yes, he conned his way there. To a man who has failed every business he's run, conned universities, charities, has children by 3 different women, cheated on every single wife. A case can be made on the whole Epstein stuff. I mean, he did run a child's pageant and wanted backstage pass access because he's the owner. Well, teenagers. Questionable relations with his daughter. That's public knowledge. An adjudicated rapist. Self-admitted sexual assaulter. Twice impeached, 1-term failed presidency. And the list is too numerous to name on what he did during those 4 years. Incited an insurrection to overturn the freaking government. 4 times indicted, more than 90 felony charges, and 34 convicted felonies already on him right now. 3 more cases, including the insurrection in D.C., trying to overturn the votes in Georgia, and holding and sharing classified documents in Florida to be coming soon. A man who lies every time he opens his mouth. Failed character. Fake Christian. Idolater. His entire character as a human being is failure. He's admitted to wanting to become a dictator on day one. He's admitted to Project 2025, which is determined to completely overhaul the civil service union in the United States and to only hire people around him that is loyalist to him more than the Constitution, which will radically change America as we know it. This is already common knowledge. It's been friendly to any dictator enemy of the United States, refuses to say anything negative about Vladimir Putin, and stood up on stage and said to his people, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care. He's admitted this. That's who you're debating? All you had to do was show up, show a little bit of energy, show that you can survive the next 4 years, and you got it in the bag. And he couldn't do that. Oh my goodness. And that's what we're left with. I don't know. We'll see what happens over the next couple of months. If I was Donald Trump, I would cancel the next debate. There's no need for him to do it. I wouldn't say nothing else in public. Let them run their victory lap right now. I mean, it's still early enough for Biden to kind of turn around his public image. But the only thing they could say against Biden is, you're old. And what did Biden do last night? Prove to everybody that he's old. A change needs to be made. Or you're going to hand Donald Trump this election. That's all I wanted to share. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.